Sports presents
G Sizzle. What's up, baby? How you feeling?
Oh, we are sizzly, brother. We are doing the thing. We're getting ready to sizzle for you, but let's just jump into it. Let's go to the show.
You're listening to The Sizzle on Iron Skillet Radio and Iron Skillet Television.
What's going on, Jay? How you feel today?
Man, I feel fabulous. I put my sleigh up. My reindeer are out there eating some hay right now. And, I had, because of all the carjackings that have been going on, I had to jack Santa because we got 75 inches of snow out there. And I thought I was in the snow in the North Pole. And, me and Mrs. Claus, we have a thing going on.
Got a thing going on. Well, I tell you who does have a thing going on. The Chicago Bulls. They went to Indianapolis and got their thing on.
They did.
They did the thing. Oh, they did the thing. Haven't won there since 2016. So, I mean, this was not a close game for the whole game, but then had its lead changes and a lockup at the end. But I think it was a good game.
It really was. It was a good game. You saw the Bulls actually, I hate to say it, they had ball movement today that looked really good. And it's been getting better and better. And you see Billy Donovan's footprint now, his hand stab coming down on the Bulls right now. Because I have not seen the Bulls move the basketball like this. Even when Tom Thibodeau was here, you didn't see the Bulls move the basketball like this. So I'm really interested now to see, is this going to be an ongoing, continuous thing? And I'm also really want to see now, are we looking at a Thaddeus Young and a Mr. Temple being much more prominent in these ball games? Because that's who they go to at the end of these games when they need veteran stability out on the court.
Yeah, it was one of those games where stability came from a 120 to 112 victory. Now the 11-15 Bulls and the 514-14 Pacers locked horns, and they tried to keep pace, and they did with a resounding victory, actually pulling the victory out in the overtime. They were really putting in work, and let's just put it out there so we know now, so you don't have to question. Your man, Patrick Williams, the rookie, had 7 points, 1 assist, 9 rebounds in 27 minutes. He had a pedestrian game, but he did what he was supposed to do.
Stop it! You don't get to run that past me and think I'm gonna just let that jump on the bus without a super transfer.
All right.
So he did what he was supposed to do. What was he supposed to be doing?
What he was supposed to do was just not foul anybody, not down the court, and help them get out of there with a victory. And
Look,
everybody's happy.
We need to eat. He needs to go to the Angus beef cattle ranch and start eating some steaks. And he needs to get into the gym because it's bully ball going on right now with Patrick Williams. It really is. I mean, he's too slow to guard the quicker guys in the NBA. And he's too small to guard because he's supposed to be able to guard all 5 positions. That ain't really happening because I'm seeing some people start to take advantage of him right now. And 27 minutes at 10 points, and that's about his average. That's what he does, So, I mean, he did have the 20-pointer the other day, but I don't know. I don't know. I see Thaddeus Young playing in crunch time. I see Temple playing in crunch time. That's where I see our 4th round pick. I don't see him in crunch time. So, I don't know.
Again, still a young guy. One of the young guys did return, and that was Wendell Carter. He had 11 points.
He played well.
And 9 rebounds in 21 minutes. His return to and missing 11 games. So he came in, gave them a boost of energy. Actually did what you wanted him to do, was get into the paint, work. I think he's focused too much on trying to work outside, work on the perimeter, where he's really needed in the paint. That's where they need him, and that's where he's got to put in his work. But he did his job, man. I mean, here's the funny part. Now, Daniel Gafford didn't get into the game. Luke Cornett got in. Are we seeing a time now where Daniel Gafford is falling out of the rotation and falling out of favor with Billy Donovan?
Oh yeah, easily. Billy Donovan reminds you of a certain coach at a certain school not too far from here. Though, if you fall out of favor with him, you ain't gonna see no court time. So, because I really think they're trying to tighten down this whole Bulls rotation, and I think you're going to start seeing some guys get jettisoned after a while. That's why I think you saw a lot of Bulls playing early to show their skill level. But we got a trade deadline coming up very soon, and I think you might see some movement pretty quickly. And we're going to see what happens with this. But like Billy Donovan, I think is going to be moving some people around. I don't think the Bulls are going to sit quietly aside and let this trade window open and close without some new faces being with the Bulls.
Well, it's funny. We're looking around the league right now. You're looking at, even with what's going on in Cleveland right now, they're looking to move their big man. So hopefully the Bulls will get on pace. But we talked about it before we started taping. And I was saying to you that Patrick Williams was doing his thing. I know not the greatest thing is the 4th round pick, but here's the thing.
Oh, no, he was not the 4th round pick.
I'm sorry, number 4 pick.
If he was a 4th round pick, I wouldn't have a word to say. That means he would have been, number 104 or something like that? Wouldn't have a problem with it. He's number 4.
Well, he didn't pick himself. And for some reason,
absolutely correctly, they
see I guess they just have no use for a really good point guard. But then you have a Saddle who comes in and plays. Thomas Satoransky gave you 21 minutes with 13 points, 4 assists, 3 rebounds. What you need to keep it going. He came in and did his job. I can't say that for Kobe White. Now, Kobe White had a killer game. Now, I can't say he didn't. Kobe White almost had a triple-double. He had 19 points, 8 assists, and 7 rebounds, but was moved and used more as a facilitator, more of a scorer than what you saw with Sato. Sato was setting the table. He was actually putting people in the right position and doing his job. So, Jay, my biggest thing is, if you need a point guard, why waste a pick on Patrick Williams to be a future table setter? I guess your thought is he's going to be here, or maybe they were thinking they're building the team for after what you have now, but you had point guards out there. Yeah. You had a Tyrese Halliburton. You had some guys out there that you could have gotten. You could have made a maneuver and gotten up to get a ball right now, who they're going to play in a few more weeks. I don't get where Patrick Williams fits into the mix of this.
And I don't either. And that's why I've been harping on this the whole time. You still have not – you saw the wasn't an explosion. It was a firecracker. Mm-hmm. I think we went for 20 points the other day. And he actually a couple explosive moves. The thing with Patrick Williams is that you just do not get a consistent dose of yay, of hoorah. You don't get that from him. But one thing I will say, though, Kobe White has been playing – pretty decently, and he's been showing well enough to be some good trade bait for somebody who needs a smallish, quick shooting guard, because we know he is not a point guard. The guy I think you're going to see playing point guard for the Bulls is in a Pelicans uniform right now, and I think we're going to see Lonzo Ball coming to the Chicago Bulls. Now, it all depends what the Pelicans want in return, but the Bulls have some good assets right now. Do you need some veteran help on that ball club? I say you do. I say we got some veterans that can come help you. I say you might want to. Do you want to go a 1-for-1 with Kobe White and some help? Mm-hmm. So, because Kobe White's a 2 guard. We all know that. So the Bulls need a true point. Lonzo Ball is a true point. Now, we all know that he's only scoring 12, 13 points a game right now, but he's also has not been really in favor there with the Pelicans, and they haven't been running a lot of offense through him. But the one thing we know with Lonzo Ball is that he will push the basketball. He has been doing that since Chino Hills. They were the greatest, and yes, I'm going to say it, they were the greatest high school team ever put together. That Chino Hills basketball team was the best high school basketball team to play together. Go find me another one better than Chino Hills, because they were ridiculous. But I digress. Lonzo Ball would be the facilitator for you. He's not going to get ripped. Can you see Lonzo Ball and Levine on the break? Could you see them pushing the ball up the court? Now you're going to see the Bulls in an up-tempo ball game, a quick passing team like you saw them today, which is the best I've ever seen the Bulls pass to basketball in a long time. This is what Lonzo Ball will bring to you. I think Lonzo Ball will be a great fit here in Chicago. He's a guy who's not a ball hog. He's going to get the ball to the right guy, and he's not going to be a high turnover guy. Right now, Kobe White will give you 19. Kobe White, they set records shooting the basketball, but he'll still dribble it off his feet at any opportune time he gets a chance to. So that's my thought about it. I like the direction of the Bulls. But some of the Bulls are going to have to get jettisoned if the Bulls are going to ever have a chance to do anything in the East.
You know, it's funny when we talk about Chicago teams, they always seem to fall in love with players. And you always get that, oh, they're good. Oh, they've shown well in the past few couple of games. So maybe there's a possibility. Is there a possibility where you see a situation where the Bulls can get Lonzo Ball from New Orleans and still keep a Kobe White, but move some things around to get him right now?
You're gonna gut yourself if you do that. I mean, now you're talking about, are you gonna give up? You know, I'm not sure about these trade clauses because I haven't really looked at it. But now, you know, your Wendell Carters, other ball players like that, your bench, which has been one of the best benches in the NBA. Thaddeus Young, Temple, those guys have been balling out. Thaddeus Young and the old school game. Really took over this overtime against Indianapolis and brought this team a stability that they haven't really had in a long time. And so, but are the Bulls going to be competitive in the East with Old Man River and them paddling down the quiet water, sitting by, fishing a little bit and doing something? No, I don't think so. I don't think the Bulls are going to be competitive this year when they get into making the playoffs in the East. However, if you can move something and get Lonzo Ball in here and maybe make some other moves that you might be able to still shore up this how can I say it? This knowledgeable trust that you have that are just too close or over 30. It would be great if Thad Young and those guys at Temple were all 25 and 26. The Bulls would have something working. But you got to be able right now to get this starting five to compete. Now, here's the question. I'm going to ask you this question now. Is it time for the Patrick Williams experiment? Is it time for him to sit down and we need to have one of these older role players getting here starting for the Bulls?
I've always thought that it was an importance to players to know who's going to start, get a flow to the game. But at this point, what I see Billy Donovan's teams do is really particularly he plays his veterans at the end of the game at crunch time. So really for him, it's not who starts the game. It truly is a position with who ends that game and who finishes for Billy Donovan. And right now you're seeing that when Pat is needed for defense, he's there. But as you said earlier, when it comes to offense, when it comes to them setting up that floor, you're looking at some sets the Bulls have now run where they're running four guards and running Thaddeus Young at the five.
Yeah, and here's the thing about it. We have been seeing Mr. Williams get picked on by other teams. We have seen him put him in rotations and making him have to guard that four, where he was supposed to be able to guard everybody on the court, and we find out in the NBA that he cannot do that. And teams have been going to that matchup, making switches, clearing out one side of the court, and they've been going one-on-one against the young fella, and he's too slow a foot even for some quick fours. So I don't know. I think, from what I pulled over my car for this last pick where they made the pick, and I had to get out the brown paper bag so I wouldn't hyperventilate, because there were some other guys out here who could have helped the Bulls far more than a guy who did not start for his own college team. Did he start for his high school team?
I don't remember if he was the starter all 4 years, but I know he started last year. They had a pretty good record. But back to your point, I don't see how you make a projection pick. It's not like you're picking 22, 25. If you're the number 4 pick, you need to come in and do work that is representative of the number 4 pick. Because if that were the case, you could have moved. You could have gotten the Halliburton. You could have gotten Denny. You could have gotten some of the young men who went to Arakpo or any of these other kids that are out here really doing their thing. You could have gotten somebody else later down in the draft if you just want a developmental person who was going to come in and replace Chandler Hutchinson. But with the number 4 pick, I think you need something more substantial. But let me say this, Jay, and maybe I'm wrong, but this is my premise. When you get a chance to stockpile number 7 picks, as the Bulls have done for the past,
they've been fabulous. They've been fabulous.
Yeah, they have been consistent in getting the number 7 pick. My thought is you use that 7th pick to broker new deals. Now, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm crazy. But I would think that's what you're doing. You're packaging up some of these number 7s, be it Wendell Carter, be it now even Patrick Williams, be it anybody, because I know they're not going to. But if you gave me a good enough deal and all you asked for was a pick and Patrick Williams, he's gone too. Nobody on this team except Zach LaVine should go, he's the only one I wouldn't entertain any calls on.
Yeah.
Zach LaVine is the only player on the Bulls I would not entertain any calls unless you were sending me Kawhi or LeBron James.
Hey, is he going to make the All-Star game this year?
Who? Kawhi?
No, Zach LaVine.
No.
Kyrie make an All-Star game this year?
Yeah, because it's Kyrie, man.
How many guards they take? How many guards they taking from the East?
It doesn't matter. All you need to know is Kyrie's one up.
So Kyrie, James Harden, and KD all going to the All-Star game?
Yeah.
So they take three's coming off there, right?
Yep. 3's coming off of there. And if they're healthy, the only way I see not all 3 of them playing is if one of them is dead.
Let's hope not on that one. Let's hope not.
So other than that, no. Only thing I can see. Now the question is going to be, what do you do with those Boston boys?
Again,
what do you do now with
Tatum, all those guys?
Zach
LaVine says he's one of the top 12 players in the conference.
Well, Zach LaVine thinks he's the best player whenever he steps on the court.
Which you should.
And that's up to him.
Which you should. But
right, you should.
But is he one
doesn't
of the top,
mean it's right.
But is he one of the top 12 players, especially at guard in his position? I think Zach LaVine does not make the All-Star game again this year. Unless the Bulls just do something. They do a certain and pack the boxes. They have
right.
They do something like that. Yeah, but beyond that, now he might be a coach's pick or something like that. He deserves that. I mean, he's been playing pretty well, but I think in the East,
something like that.
Yeah, I think in the East you got issues, and that's a problem with the Bulls right now. I mean, your star player is not sure if he's going to be an All-Star. I mean, let that one sink in. And all my guys right now. See, I can see all my guys right now cutting hair, waiting to get their hair cut, and they're like, "Oh, Jay is always bashing the Bulls. I like my Bulls." Really? You mean your best player probably will not make the All-Star game? He didn't make the one at home.
Well, they would have had a better chance of an All-Star had they picked up Derrick Rose. But that's a story for now.
Yeah, and the whole thing too with the Bulls right now is that I don't think the Bulls are primed to do something real well, but you got to put the pieces together. Look, you got to make this is going to be one of the. If the Bulls don't put this together right in the next 2 years or so, then we're looking at a Bulls team that might be struggling for another decade. And the reason why I'm saying that is that right now, your number 4 pick, your couple of number 7 picks, Kobe White plays great, then he doesn't play great. Plays great, then he doesn't play great. They set scoring records, and then, because now Kobe White has decided that I am going to be a 3-point shooter. That's what I'm going. Now, you see Zach LaVine, who's looking better from the arc. He hit a big shot with 22 seconds left in the ball game. Huge shot that he hit. He'll pull easily out there whenever he gets ready. And you're not saying no when he shoots the ball. He's been knocking them down, especially the last 5 or 6 games. So so right now you have a guy who's close, who's a star. Don't get me wrong. Zach LaVine's a star. And who rebuilt himself after the knee injury. So kudos to him for that. And he's rebuilt that jump shot. Kudos to him for that. Is he going to be enough, the way the Bulls are currently structured, to help them rise in the East? And I've been saying it the whole time, is that I don't think so. You're going to have to move somebody. Kobe White is the guy to move right now because he is scoring. He's scoring. You need to move him because this is an opportunity to get some solid point guard play and a big-time defender. Let's remember this now. Kobe White is a borderline bad defensive player. He gets blown by on a regular basis. It's like, beep, there they go. He gets worked out on a regular basis. They blow by Kobe White. But he comes by, but he's quick of foot too, and he blows by, he hesitates. His offensive game is far ahead of his defensive game. But this is, you know what I'm saying? But he's not a good enough defender to stop these really good point guards from getting in the paint and dishing the ball. He's not able to do that. Lonzo Ball is good enough. He's tall enough and quick enough to keep other point guards out of the paint. Plus, he is a matchup problem for a smaller point guard if he gets down the post. And he's shooting better from the arc right now. He sort of revamped his jumper. It doesn't look good as the LaMelo's jumper. The LaMelo's jumper looks a lot better than Lonzo's. But Lonzo ain't cocking that thing off his left shoulder and just slinging up there hoping it's going down anymore. So right now, I think you need to upgrade. Lonzo Ball would be the perfect fit for that. Give up some of the stuff you already have. You're not going anywhere in the East. Not with Giannis. Not with the Brooklyn sitting up there. You ain't going nowhere. So let's build a little bit, and then maybe you can entice with a Zach LaVine and a Lonzo Ball. Maybe we can entice a top flight player to come here and team up with those two young guys. And now maybe you might see the Bulls make a push because the Bulls need a superstar. That's what the Bulls need, and not old man Dwayne Wade when they ran him through here, not Rondo when they ran him through here. You know, might as well call Mike Singletary if you're just going to keep running people out there like that. You need to find out. We need to take a look next year who's going to be available free agency-wise that the Bulls might be able to entice if they have a Lonzo Ball here and a Zach LaVine because they're going to have to pair up to have any chance in the East.
All right. Well, let's get ready to leave it there. Let's get ready to say that's where it is. As a recap, the Bulls were victorious again for the first time in a long time in Indianapolis. They come out with a 120 win over the Indiana Pacers. And, you know, it's just one of those things that right now we're going to have to see how this is going to move forward and who's going to be available for the Bulls and what they're really going to do in moving forward. We've seen a lot of things, but now
we've seen some
things. See what they can actually do.
We've seen some things.
We've seen too many things.
Yeah.
We've seen too many.
Yeah.
But listen, one thing we haven't seen is we haven't seen your wonderful like, share. We haven't seen your comments. We haven't seen you reposting.
I know, right?
So what I'd like to say to you right now is if you have not liked, shared, or reposted any of the content that you see from Iron Skillet Sports, number one, shame on you. And number two, this is what Black History Month is about. It's about sharing information with people so that they know. And now you can share not only history, but you can share the sizzle. It's historic. It's beautiful.
Wow.
It's a beautiful thing. I think it is.
That was a fabulous segue.
It was a good segue. But let me tell you something. You're listening to The Sizzle. We are the hottest sports talk in the 219. And if you can't find us, remember, you can always find us on IG. You can find us on Instagram at hashtag Iron Skillet Sports 219. You can find us on Facebook at Iron Skillet Sports. And if you need to find us on YouTube, we're at Iron Skillet Sports also. So for Jay Sizzle,
hey, you forgot
I'm G Sizzle. We're going to get ready to get out of here.
You forgot a place.
Where did we forget?
Where else can they find us?
They can find us on any podcast anywhere they find their podcast. That's iTunes, that's Google, that's Spotify. You can even find us at Anchor. You can find us anywhere you need to go. Anywhere you go, Stitcher, we're there. Anywhere you want to find your podcast, you can find us.
Is there a certain establishment that has really good chicken wings and a beer?
There's a wonderful place
that they might be able to find us at. You might actually be able to see us live.
On Sunday.
Yes, sir.
This Sunday coming up, we will be at Hook and Reel in Country Club Hills. So you'll be able to find us there. You'll be able to attend a live taping of the Sizzle. God permitting, weather where we're not in a snow-nami or a freeze-nami, we will be there for your enjoyment.
I'm interviewing Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. He just because he got lost on the bypass to the North Pole because he said this looks like home to me, and you know, I might not go out again until July. It is ridiculous. When I say ridiculous out there, it is ridiculous. And all you people down there, my friends down in Texas and everything, stay in the house. Y'all don't know what y'all doing out there. Don't go out there. The white stuff is called snow. I know you've only seen it in photographs before, but I know. I know you can't wear your shorts out in it. No, can't do it.
It's snow. If you want to find us again, we'll be at Hook and Reel Cajun Seafood and Bar, which is located at 4029 167th Street in Country Club Hills, Illinois. We'll be there from 6 to 9 p.m., giving you the best of the sizzle, playing a little music, having a little fun, and having some great food, great drink specials. We'll be there. Hopefully you can be there with us too. We are the Sizzle, the talk of the 219, the hottest talk in the 219. So if you can't be there, send a friend and let them tell you how great the Sizzle was. Wow. It's an amazing time. Yeah. It's a beautiful thing. Share it with someone in Black History Month. Wow. So he's J Sizzle. I'm G Sizzle, and we'll catch you on the other side.